97.9, 105.5 KISS FM. It's Big Poppa in the morning on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Opening Friday, cloudy with a chance of meatballs to Mr. Will Forte. Will, good morning. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, man. Where am I catching you today?
I am in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, well, I appreciate you getting up early. It seems like you just haven't stopped. It seems like everywhere you turn, like all of a sudden there's Will Forte doing this or Will Forte doing that. And it's never the same thing twice, it seems. It always seems like it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like kind of like all over the place. Is that by design?
I have somehow gotten all these opportunities to do these really fun, different things. It's a scary business because you never know when your last job is going to be. So I'm just enjoying it while things are good because you never know when they can turn around.
Well, no, trust me. Hi, show business and radio, it's very similar. Show business, the gigs don't last as long as the radio gigs do. Well, depending upon who you are, but I mean, the next gig could be the last. So I mean, you're always moving forward, always looking ahead, always trying to plan ahead, and so like you had, you had a season here, a season there of the 30 Rock, SNL, da-da-da-da-da, and then, you're doing this, that, and the other here, and like with the voice work, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, too. I mean, this is a fantastic project you're working on.
Oh, yeah. It was so fun to be a part of this, because I was a huge fan of the first one. I got to do a small role in the first one, and loved that movie so much. So I was really excited. They gave me a meteor role in this one, pun very much intended.
Yeah, I was gonna say nice choice of words on that.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
But it has just been so fun and interesting because I have done little parts here and there in animated TV shows, but I've never done kind of a bigger role in an animated movie, so I didn't really understand what the whole process was like, and it's been really interesting to be a part of it because it's a long process, and things are always changing and just getting better and better, and it's just been really fun.
Sure. We're talking to Will Forte on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 opens this Friday. You talked about how you've been part of TV animated shows, here and there, some of the, and there's shows that people, of course, the Cleveland show you were a part of and a couple other ones here and there. But the process is, you're saying it's a lot different with something like this.
Well, you know what? I guess what I'm saying is, like, it's just as involved a process like all the animation stuff. But for some reason, I feel like I've gotten to understand the process more. Maybe that's just because I've gotten to do more and more roles like this.
Sure.
I don't know. It is crazy how much work gets put into these, and I have the real easy part of it. It's fun. I get to go and have fun being stupid into a microphone for a while, and
welcome to my career.
Then somebody else has to go and animate it and send it off. It's just like, it's insane the amount of work that gets put into it.
Now, Will, is this a situation? It depends on the project, but I've seen projects where they have all the main principals in a big studio together. That way they can play off each other. Or did they take you by yourself and then, put Anna Faris by herself and Bill Hader by himself, James Caan by himself? Or did you guys get to collectively come together?
Well, for my stuff, I was just alone. And I think that most people recorded separately, although I don't know, they might have put Anna and Bill together for some of their stuff because they have so many scenes together. But it's just tricky because this cast is so great. Everyone's working all the time, so it's the scheduling must be really hard to try to get two people in the room at the same time.
Absolutely. We're talking to Will Forte on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 opens this Friday. Are you on social media? Are you on Twitter at all?
I am technically on Twitter, but I'm a non-tweeting Twitter member.
Is that like by design? Is it just like get sick of it one day, or just kind of you got it just to get it and then that was about it?
I originally went through this breakup several years ago, and my ex-girlfriend was on Twitter, so I wanted to like spy on her tweets, and I thought you had to be on Twitter to do that. So that's why I signed up originally. But I've tweeted 3 times. It's all like, charity stuff. I'm a good person. It's all charity stuff.
No, well, here's the deal. You're just like everybody else. Everybody goes through, relationships, and everybody goes through breakups. And when breakups happen, your mind starts going in weird, funky, dark places. And the next thing you know, it's 3:00 in the morning, and you have, you're signed into your buddy's freaking, Facebook or Twitter, and you're cyber stalking the hell out of your ex. I mean, I don't know that personally, but a friend of a friend of a friend told me. Hypothetically.
Yeah. No. I'm the same way. I didn't just say that. Somebody else took the phone from me and said that. I mean, I hate and love Twitter at the same time.
Absolutely. Will Forte on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Do you get sick of the SNL questions at this point? Are you sick of talking about it? Really?
I love talking about SNL because it was such just a wonderful experience. But it's nice to it brings back good memories talking about it.
Even though it's because what I've heard was as fun and as rewarding and as high profile as it is, it's a pressure cooker.
Oh yeah, it's intense. It's a grueling schedule, but you miss it so much when you leave. It was really hard to leave and hard to watch the show for a while just because you wanted to be there. So it just made you sad when you would watch it because it was they're all your family members basically up there. And the show is still going on.
Sure.
It just made me sad. Now it's I'm kind of over that, and it's so fun to watch the show, and I'm really excited to see these new people come in. There's so many new cast members. I'm excited to see what this new incarnation of the show is going to be.
Absolutely. We're talking to Will Forte on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, opening Friday in theaters. Got a bone to pick with you, and I don't know if you're necessarily the person to pick the bone with, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. I talked to Jenny McCarthy a while back, and you were a writer on her show back in the late 90s, correct?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Now, it was based in Utica, New York, which is in our listening area here in the hometown. And there was a lot of flack towards Jenny because of the Utica jokes. And she totally placed the blame on the writers. And granted,
you can still be mad at the writers, but I think you're talking about the NBC show that she had.
Yes.
I think it was called Jenny.
Yes.
I wrote for her on the MTV Jenny McCarthy sketch show.
Oh, and she was still funny.
That was right before she did the NBC show. The MTV show.
Okay.
I wrote only very positively about Utica.
Well, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, the beer and the food and hello, me, duh.
The Uticians. Isn't that what people from Utica are called? Uticians?
Will Forte on the Lennon's Jewelers Hotline. Before you go, quick six questions, 60 seconds. Let's everyone get to know a little bit more about you, all right?
So I have 10 seconds for each one.
All right, here we go. 2 shows on your DVR right now.
Breaking Bad. God, that's it.
Favorite toy as a child?
Nick Kroll Show. The Kroll Show. Nick Kroll Show, sorry.
Okay. Favorite toy as a child?
A teddy bear.
You're at the bar. What's your drink of choice?
Bourbon. Bullet bourbon.
You're going on a road trip. You stop at the convenience store. What are your go-to snacks?
I will get, what will I get? The first thing that's coming to mind, and I haven't gotten one for years, is one of those delicious fruit pies. Those like Hostess fruit pies.
Favorite body part of the opposite sex?
Their eyes.
Favorite toy as an adult?
Teddy bear.
Will Forte, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, and all kinds of projects coming down the pipe as well. Will, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on everything, and continued success, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's great to talk to you.
Absolutely. Will Forte, everybody. We're going to break, come back. Big Poppa in the morning, Kiss FM.